Hi, welcome to the channel. Now, if you do follow us, you'll know I've taken another bit of a break from YouTube. I was putting out a lot of videos before Christmas. I've actually pre-recorded another 6 or 7 videos from around that period, which I ain't actually got round to putting out yet. But just on the run up to Christmas and New Year and what have you, extremely busy. This month's been extremely busy too. I think a week before Christmas I stupidly bought another project car. I bought an old BMW E38 7 Series, so I've been struggling fitting a nice interior to that, and it's been that long since I've owned an E38, and you know, I've kind of forgotten how much work has been involved in that. And with the weather and what have you, that's been slow progress, but it has been taking up a lot of my time. I really did want to get that car on the road before end of January. Nowhere near that yet, probably have another month on it or so, but I just want to say thank you for sticking with us. We're still picking up subscribers even though I haven't posted anything for a good while, and we will get back into the rhythm. Like I say, I've got a lot of pre-recorded stuff I can put out, but this week I finally got back to the bench. Weather's been a bit ridiculous around this neck of the woods. It stopped me working from the car. I work on it outside, so it's not as easy. And to be honest, going out in this cold weather, I braved it a lot, but I'm waiting on a few bits now, so it's been a good excuse to sort of get back to the bench. And I thought I'd just have a little bit of a chat with you guys, and say a big thank you to everybody again who's stuck with us, and going to continue to stick with us. We aren't giving up the channel or anything. I'm just busy, and there might be a few periods like we have been where I just don't get time to put anything out. But we're in the arse end of January now, but regardless, Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you for everybody who's dropped me a message to make sure I'm okay and what have you. For some people who have sent me Christmas cards, and I want to say a big thank you to them. Big thank you to all the subscribers. We like everybody who does this. We just won't bother without you guys. But I was going to do a bit of a year review in this video, but I think I'm just going to keep it to one subject. Like I said, I got back to the bench in this week. I think we're on Monday, and I think I decided to sort of get back to building again. I think I needed to start getting myself in the rhythm of things, and that's gonna, obviously by the thumbnail you'll know that next projects on the bench, or I'm going to get started on, is the USACC Dodge Start. That was chosen by Kim Sondergaard over at Kim's Custom Garage. And I've joined this group build every year. But it's been an open invite, so to speak. The first one we did was Mark Batson's choice, Hobby Dude 007. He chose the monogram Plymouth Roadrunner or GTX, whichever he wanted to build, and I turned mine into a satellite police car, 4-door conversion. Still one of my favourite builds. It's right up there, and it's good to see 2 years later that none of the bodywork sank where it extended the hood and what have you. But I was extremely proud of that, really pleased with that one, still to this day. And then last year, Matthew at Model Car Videos chose the Monogram F100. And we'll look at it. Like I say, I'm going to do a year review, and this was the first one I finished of last year to coincide with the USACC build. But yeah, we did the Mountain Pearl. That was an immense amount of work, but I was really happy again with the finished products on that. But this one, I must admit, I really struggled to find an idea for this one. When this was announced, there wasn't one available in the country. You know, they're not a particularly rare kit, but it's like when you're looking for stuff specifically over here, you can't find it, like so. So I actually got that one I ordered it from a company in Austria. It was only like 33 quid postage, so it's only like the same price of a similar kit which is over here. And of course, over the last couple of months, you know, I've seen a couple come on eBay. We're going to be joined by Ringo. I ain't even going to try and stop that, like so. So you'll just have to. I'm going to try and ignore him, but I'll do my best. But yeah, I must admit I was struggling with this one for an idea. My first thoughts was I really wanted to do. I've always wanted to do the dual 71 Plymouth Valiant. I actually bought a duster, a 71 duster, to chop the end off and sort of go with that project. Kind of what put me off that idea was about a week after I thought of doing that. I saw somebody on Facebook, and you know, you just print, you know, you can get files for them things. It's a massive amount of work. You know, you probably have to raise the roof line a little bit. You know, it's not an easy project, and you know, if I really wanted to build it, with the age of 3D printing now, you know, I can literally just go out tomorrow and buy a body for that one and save myself all the hardship of it, and you know, they're probably going to be more accurate and what have you. So kind of went off that idea, and that's the thing about 3D printing. It's kind of making me use a bit of a 80s style builder. Bit of a scratch builder, a bit redundant in them kind of things, but you know, that's a good thing about 3D printing is you don't have to put all that effort in for certain things. And I probably will do that one day, but knowing that I can just buy a body tomorrow, you know, I soon kind of wipe that off the list. Then I saw the Australian Chrysler Valiant, the 1970 Chrysler Valiant, and that's such a beautiful looking car. It'd be a relatively easy conversion. Pretty much use all the kit. You just need to do a bit of front end work, some rectangular headlamps and what have you. So I was going to do that. That was the next idea which I was going to do. But I think I'd be struggling, because I'd want that right. I'd be struggling with things like wheels, and you know, 3D printing is not available in, you know, like it is over in the States. It's you get a few people doing the odd bits and pieces, but you know, this side of the hobby over here isn't as popular, and it will never have the demand that it will do in the States. You know, there's a handful of people. I mean, there's a good handful of people still doing this stuff over here, but you know, it hasn't quite met the same levels as you guys in the States. Things like Chrysler scripts and stuff like that to do that 70 Valiant, Chrysler Valiant, the Australian one. Beautiful looking car as it is. For this year, I'm gonna keep away from the recreation replica side of things. You know, I think with like both of these builds behind me, you know, I do try to make them as right as possible with what I've got, what available, what I can sort of make myself, so to speak. And this thing here, I completely underestimated how custom this thing is and how much modification needed to be done on this. I was thinking a roof chop, a bit of simple front end work, but you know, it just turned into, you know, coming up to it, I was right up against it again on the last day, trying to work things out, and you know, I did get it done on time, you know. But I want this one. I want to sort of enjoy it. Now, I must admit, I'm not the biggest fan of the Dart. You know, not say it's not a lovely looking car and what have you, but you know, I'm more of a kind of custom builder, and I want something which I'm going to be as happy as I have been with them two. I mean, they are two of my very top builds. You know, I think the next, you know, up against them is like the Galaxy, the Street Machine Project Galaxy. That's another one which is right up there with my favourite builds. And so, I mean, I must admit, I only took the shrink wrap off this thing I mean, I've had this since maybe 3 or 4 weeks after Kim announced that this is going to be the kit. And I've had it in shrink wrap ever since. I took the shrink wrap off, I think, on Tuesday last week. And I was like thinking what I can do with it, and what I am going to do with it is I'm going to build like a concept, a mid-60s style concept car, something that, you know, things that are inspired from things like this, books like this, you know, this is a great book, is that. I mean, it weighs a ton. I mean, if you ever gonna grow some illegal stuff in your house, you don't want feds coming through your door, just put that book behind the door, they'll never get in. Yeah, but I mean, I think one of my favourite car designers of all time is Virgil Exner. He's done some great designs, some great illustrations in the 60s, and the style of it was, you know, they're all very elaborate. If you look at some, I mean, I'll probably put some of his illustrations in the thumbnail, you know. But you know, I think the key is with all those kind of illustrations he does and designs. I mean, they're all very different, don't get me wrong, but I think the key is like a long hood, lowered roof line, short deck, kind of a lot of design features on the same car which shouldn't really work together, but yeah, once it's all together it does. And things like this, you know, these are all sort of Virgil Exner designs. These Revell, this is the Revell 66 Packard. Very valuable kits these, not particularly this one, but some of the others, they're you know, pretty rare, valuable kits. But like I say, long hood, lowered style but stock looking roof line. Do like the Lando top, I'll be working that in. Sort of long sleek body line, weird designs on all of these. But you know, I think I said last year that I want to try and get. I mean, I've always been, my roots are concept. I mean, my roots are custom. But as I'm getting older, I want to kind of change that, and I use my skills into custom skills. And this is another one, the Pierce Arrow. Great design of car, but a bit quirky, like the rear end on this. We've got a second one where I'm changing a few things up on that, like showed them in a video last year at some point. But yeah, I want to change, like I want to work the custom side but try and make it look kind of stock, if you know what I mean. See if I can find any example in this book, something to sort of give you a general idea. I mean, the thing with the Dart is that it doesn't lend itself very well to custom, doing any kind of body modifications and stuff like that. But maybe, you know, something like that, that sort of style. You know, we can't do anything as elaborate as these. The Dart body is just, I mean, I bought this is just built up. I bought this off eBay after I bought the unboxed one, the box one, sorry, the unbuilt one. Just to sort of see how they build up and what it is, cheap as chips. Like, I'll be using this as a bit of a demonstration through the videos. But yeah, it's got none of them qualities which I've just spoken about. It's got pretty short hood, very square body. Roof line's kind of low but not low enough, so we're going to have to sort that out. And I have actually started on, you know, like I say, I've started on the model in a few evenings in the last week. I think, like I say, I picked up the body, and all night on Tuesday night I just looked at it, seeing what could be done to sort of manipulate the body, but keep the majority of the kit. And I came up with a few ideas at how to lower the roof line without actually chopping it, how to lower the body line with a few pie sections, and how to get the long hood without actually extending the length of the model too much. I think, you know, it's quite a narrow car, the Dodge Start. So if you start trying to build a long hood on where the windshield is located, then it just look well out of proportion. So I've kind of worked it out, and I think on Wednesday evening I actually, you know, have to look in it for a day and a half, or, you know, just while I've just had it on the side. Like, whenever I build these models, half of the building I do is on an evening when I'm watching telly. I'll just have the model I'm building, you know, like I say, just using this example, I'll have the model I'm building sort of close to me. So, and every now and again I'll pick it up and have a look at it, and that goes throughout the whole project. I'm trying to plan ahead what I'm doing, what I want to do next. So when I actually, because my time at the bench is very limited, I need to make full use of that time. So I want to go in straight away with knowing what I'm going to cut, what I'm going to do. And for the last few evenings, you know, I've progressed the project quite a long way, to the point that it's a few little bits away from actually getting some primer on it, seeing what I need to fill, because a lot of it's been grafted in and what have you, and the modifications are almost there, that they just need a skimmer filler. And then we can move on to other things like, but yeah, I think, so yeah, I mean, like I was saying about, you know, I'm building most of it in my head. It's a bit like when I was working at a company, and I had a business coach, and she knew I ruminated a lot about work, and it's a similar thing to, says, if you're thinking about work all the time, the best thing to do is have a pen and paper next to your bed. So if you wake up and you can't get something out of your head, just write down what you want to do, and then you can deal with it in the morning, or you deal with it when you go back to work. Like, and it's exactly the same sort of thing with this. And with all my builds, that's what I do. Is I just work everything out of my head, and next day I can just move ahead, and that's why I've progressed quite so much. But I kind of realised I've not actually done an entry video. So this is my entry video to the 2025 USACC build, and I think I'll probably put a video out on Wednesday, because I do want to, like I say, I'll have another little couple of bits which will probably take me an hour or so, just to sort of fettle up a little bit. And then, you know, then I can put a video out, move on to the rest of it. But we are using a lot of this kit, and the good thing about this kit is it has two of pretty much everything, like 2 interiors, 2 hoods, and we're making use of all them bits. I mean, in fact, what I've done so far is I've used both hoods, and plus a dart hood from a is it the Richard Petty Stocker kit? But don't get me wrong, I haven't extended it all. You know, just wait until you see, and you'll see how I've used them into this build, and I've put them in places where you wouldn't think I put them. So it's so yeah, it'll be an interesting one. I'm actually really enjoying getting back to the bench. I'm enjoying getting back to my roots of just being a bit creative, not trying to follow. I mean, I love doing stuff like that. I love the end products, and, you know, what I can achieve. But, you know, I've done two recreations in a row now. It's time just to let me go on to something else. I'm not a very good drag car builder. There's a lot of people doing very nice drag cars and stock versions, but I'm not very good at that, to be quite honest with you. I don't think I've actually built a race car of any kind on the channel. I will do one day. I've been buying a lot of the Monogram Pro stocks and stuff like that, but you know, it's like one of the projects I want to do is build that Glidden Chief Thunderbird Pro stock, but I'm just waiting. It's things like getting the correct wheels for that. The Glidden Super Slots, the only place that does them currently is Dancing Bear, and I'm not paying $85, like $100 plus. I think it'd be about $120 to get one set of them shipped over here, and that's just I'm not doing that. But you know, hopefully there'll be some 3D printed stuff for that in the future. I think there'll be a very popular wheel. But yeah, I mean, I think that the whole purpose of this, you know, we're on 20 minutes. I've gassed on for 20 minutes. You don't usually see my face. But like I say, I was going to do a year review in this video, but I knew I wouldn't shut up. So, and here we are at 21 minutes. Yeah, I think, like I say, this is going to be my entry into the USACC. Thank you for everybody, everybody's support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. I've made some great friends on YouTube. I've been doing it, like, I think Christmas Eve was my second anniversary of the channel, and I was a bit disappointed with myself that I couldn't do a video for that. Or I would have liked to have done the year review on my anniversary of the channel, but like I say, life gets busy. Everybody who does this knows that it's really hard work to work this in, and you know it's not. This is a 20 odd minute video, and it certainly takes longer than that. I mean, I think I got about 50 outtakes from the beginning of just trying to open up the video, like so. But yeah, like I say, thank you to everybody. We'll start putting a few more videos out. Wednesday I'll get an update on the Dodge Dart, see how far we've progressed with that. End of week we'll probably do a year review or something, and then like I say, I've got a load of pre-recorded videos of, and to be quite honest, they're not as builders, most of them are mostly stuff like this, where I was sorting out stuff like that to potentially see what I was going to sell, and so some nicer builds, some more modern stuff like, so I'll have to look back through them and see what, you know, which aren't going to cringe at me, because I don't like watching my own videos, so. But yeah, like I say, I'm in it for the third year, very late again. I think last year I was in it on the first day. I had an idea straight away with that one. This one, what with work and everything and everything else. You know, it's taken me a while to get a plan together for it, and I think we've got 7 weeks left to complete the model. Like I say, I've had 2 or 3 evenings on it where I've really steamed ahead, getting it to the point, see if my idea is actually doable or it's going in bin. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it now, so we'll get a video out on Wednesday for that one, and then we'll just try and work in what I can. Like I say, I've still got the Beamer to sort out, get on the road. So that's going to take up a bit of my time. Weather is looking a bit nicer though, hopefully. We're past the coldest of it all, and you know, make it more sort of, yeah, enjoyable, not enjoyable. I like seeing things come together, but it's a lot of work, so it'll allow me to get on driveway a little bit more, like, so yeah. I'll just gas on again for another 5 minutes about absolutely nothing, so we'll see you Wednesday. Thank you again to everybody. Please do drop us a sub, like, comment on the videos. I think the only video I haven't actually ever commented on was my last video, and I do apologise for that, but I'll go back to them at some point and read, you know, I've read them all, it's just I've not replied to them, so please do continue to comment, and thanks everybody, Happy New Year, and we'll see you in the next video. Okay, see you, bye.